Okay. Repin myself. All right, cool. Excellent. Let's get started. Sorry again about the technological snafus, and thanks for your patience. Glad that I finally got in. So let's take a moment and close our eyes, sit up nice and tall. Focus on your breathing. And take a second to center your thoughts. I know there's a whole lot going on right now in the world, so take a second to just focus on your breathing and yourself. If you'd like, think about and set some intention for the next half hour. Go ahead and open those eyes. Let's wake up the body with some stretches. So let's think about rounding our back. Then exhale. And then send it back up to where you were seated. On that back. Inhale to straighten. One more. Inhale to straighten. Let's take our arms above our head. Nice and long, and just stretch one up and then the other to feel some length in our side body. Open those arms up. Feel that chest open. Take the hands down. Bring one up. Take an inhale and exhale as you gently walk that hand out and bend towards the side. Open up a little bit to the back. Then inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to that side bend. Gently walk those hands back up. Let's take the other side. Bring that arm up with a nice inhale. Exhale as you walk those fingers out and stretch to the side. Take a quick inhale. Send that hand back and open up that chest. Bring it back to alignment and gently walk those hands back up. Let's give our arms just a swing, open up some movement here. And let's give ourselves a little bit of a twist. So sit up nice and tall in this position. Take one hand to the opposite knee, or you can do ankle if it feels a little bit gentler for you. And you're going to take one hand behind you and gently twist through your spine towards the back. Sitting up nice and tall as you do, so that you're not compressing, you're just twisting. Come back front, take a nice inhale. And let's go to the other side. Exhale as you send that hand to either the ankle or the knee and twist back. And bring it forward. We're going to move from this position to an all fours quadruped. So come onto your hands and knees. Make sure that your shoulders and wrists are aligned. Your hips and knees are in a straight line. Send weight evenly through the whole of your hand rather than just on your wrists. And let's take a few moments to arch our back into a cat and round. And feel the difference in the spine and both sensations. Check in with your breath. Make sure you're still giving yourself deep inhales and deep exhales. I'm inhaling as I can and exhaling as I can. Do a couple more at your own pace. And let's drop backward into a child's pose now. So first, take those arms out long in front of you and just feel them stretch across the mat. You can walk them out a little further with your fingertips. We're going to send them to the back now. Clasp them behind ourselves and gently lift our arms up while we send our shoulders down and back. Just stretch. Send those hands down. We're going to gently tuck our toes, come back up to our hands, and lift ourselves into a downward dog with feet about hip width apart, heel of the hands on the mat, head in line with hands, chest pressing in towards those legs. Feeling those heels pressing towards the mat. Feel free to walk it out if that feels good for you. And let's gently take one leg up, bring it forward into a nice lunge. Lower the back knee, lift up that leg, and see if you can reach behind and grab to stretch out your quad. Send that down. Let's take a second and come up and stretch our hip flexors. So we're just going to send our hips forward and bring our arms up to the sky. Shoulders down away from the ears. Send those hands down. Give yourself a lift in the back. Send that leg back and back up into our downward dog again. Take a second if you need to pedal out, just as a little transition. Okay. Take the other leg up, send it forward into a lunge on the other side. Drop the back knee, lift up the leg, and see if you can stretch backwards this time, and grab the other leg, and give yourself a little bit of a stretch. Let's drop those lower legs. Come on up and bring ourselves forward to stretch out the hip flexors and take our arms up to the sky. Shoulders down, opening up the chest. Bring those arms down. Tuck those back toes. Send the legs back till you're in plank. And then rise back up to a downward dog here. We're going to gently walk our feet in and move to standing. So if anyone is feeling really energized and wants to jump in, you can, or you can gently walk to a standing forward fold. Stay here for 1 second. I'm just going to do a quick camera thing so that when we stand, you can still see as I'm modeling. You can stay in your standing forward fold. Okay. Excellent. Take a second and let those arms swing. Knees unlocked, bent softly. Let's do, bring our hands to our calves and raise halfway to a flat back. Come back down. And now let's come all the way up. So you can bring your hands to your thighs for support, or you can come on up without, up to you. Take those arms up to the ceiling. All right, excellent. All right, take those arms out and up. Send yourself forward again to a flat back. And round down. Halfway up. And down. And let's bend our knees. Let's first take our feet in a little closer so the toes touch. If you need more support, you can keep them out. And we're gonna rise into a chair pose. Your weight should really be on your heels, and you should have your knees sent back so you can still see those toes. Let's bring ourselves back to a forward bend. And bring ourselves back into chair pose. Bring the hands down to the heart. And you're going to add a little bit of a twist here. So you can take a little bit of a twist. Come back out to your chair. Bring the hands down to prayer and twist to the other side. Bring yourself back to the center. And let yourself float back down to a forward bend. Excellent. We are going to walk our hands back out to a plank from a forward bend. So find yourself in that plank. Gently lower yourself down to the floor. Take the toes down. Send the arms behind you. And we're gonna move into locust pose. So we're sending our arms back and lifting our chest up on the mat. And lower. Let's do one more. You guys inhale, come on up. And lower. We're gonna take the hands, bring them by the shoulders, push ourselves back into a child's pose. And let's take one hand, palm upward, and thread the needle under our chest. Let's send that back. Take the other hand, palm up under the chest, thread the needle. And take those hands out. Let's come on up to seated position. And we're gonna do a balance and boat pose to get a little bit of ab engagement. So take yourself to a half boat. If this feels like a lot, you can always lower one leg and then just switch at some point to get both sides. Then come down. And let's gently bring ourselves down to a supine position. So we're going to gently lower one vertebrae at a time until we find ourselves down on the mat. Okay. So now that we find ourselves on the mat, bring your feet about hip width apart, hands down by the mat, by your sides, and we're gonna rise into a bridge. So today we're gonna think about articulating one vertebrae at a time. So I'm thinking about lifting and then the next set coming like it's a strand of pearls. So I'm slowly moving one and then rising all the way up. To get up, I'm also thinking about pushing the weight into my heels. And let's hold here. Gently lower vertebrae by vertebrae. So the last thing to end would be your glutes. Let's do one more of those bridges. So again, sending yourself up by pressing into your heels, rising vertebrae by vertebrae. And pressing up and squeezing those glutes. Send it down. Let's take our feet together into a supine butterfly. So let gravity help to open up those hips. Bring those legs closed, hug them to your chest. Give yourself a little mini roll on the mat to engage and massage your back. And let's bring the legs up through tabletop with hands in a T. And gently drop them towards one side of your body. And look away from those knees and feel a nice twist in your back. Send those legs back up to the center, engaging that core. And drop them gently towards the other side. Look away from those legs and feel that stretch across your back. Let's bring them back center. And let's come into really opening up the hips in a happy baby. Maybe you give yourself a nice hip opener. You might want to rock a little bit. Really pressing in those, excuse me, thighs towards those elbows. Towards those armpits, towards the side of your body. Let's gently bring the legs down and find ourselves in a resting pose. Close your eyes. Listen to your breathing now. Notice how your body feels. Does it feel different than the beginning? Our minds can easily wander, but take this second to do a scan of your body. What's the energy like in your fingertips, in your toes, in your belly? Return your mind if you set an intention to that intention. Thank yourself for coming and getting some practice in. And when you feel ready, gently roll over onto your side. And gently use that top arm to push yourself up into a seated position. Send those arms up to the sky. And down. One more to your heart. Namaste. Thank you guys for coming and stretching this morning. And have a good day. And we'll see you, I guess, tomorrow, Friday. And yeah, have a good
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Judy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.